Hi guys, welcome to happy hour. Pull up a chair and or yoga mat. Hello. Hi. I love the wave emojis. They make me happy. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Thursday. That's what day it is. Thursday. Hi guys. Hello. Yay, floaty hearts. Just giving everyone a chance to log on before we start. Welcome. It's so lovely to see you all again. If we have not met, I am Jelena, and this is a happy hour. Not a daily, there are live classes that happen daily. Hummus Girl 007, I love your name. I'm currently surviving on hummus. Now I want to watch a James Bond movie as well. But you can find live classes on Yoga Tree every day. So they are usually about half an hour. This one is as well. It'll probably go over. But welcome. We're going to start in a couple of minutes. So the whole idea behind this is we flow and then we have some wine or beer or whatever beverage you enjoy. You got to drink what you love. And I usually end with some tips on how to drink wine, some things that you guys can do to preserve your wine. Hi, Brenda. So this week I wanted to do a couple of things, and one of which is to give you guys some tips on what to do to make your wine last longer, so you don't have to go out as often. And a couple of wine recommendations too, because I've been getting some questions. The last times we did this, people were like, "What do you drink?" And I'm like, "Everything." So narrowed down the choices. Paused for a second. Anxiety attack. So we're going to start in about a minute. Make sure that you have your mat. Make sure that you have a blanket or towel if you have sensitive knees. I usually do lunges where we place the knee down. I'm going to make this as all levels as I can, but feel free to modify things as we go. And yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, if you have a yoga block, grab it. If you don't have a yoga block, then grab a stack of books instead. If we have time, I'd love to do a supported bridge pose at the end of this because they feel great. So if you have a block, grab it. If you don't, a stack of books will do you. Doesn't have to be fancy. So we are at the 6 of the o'clock official happy hour time. So we're going to begin. We're going to do more of a Hatha Vinyasa flow this evening, and definitely take your time. If you've been pre-gaming, take it easy. Watch your balance postures, and let's come to the mat and lay down for a little bit to relax. So coming to the mat, just taking a moment to lay the body down comfortably. So if that means the arms are resting alongside the body, if that means the legs are straight out in front of you, if you need to starfish, if it's been a day and you need to take up some space, just find a shape that you are drawn towards. You might rest the hands on the belly. You might even have the knees just knocking together if the knees are bent, but play around with it until you find the sweet spot and let the eyes close and make that deliberate mental transition towards what is happening right now. So letting go of the day that has passed. Whatever was happening before, your body touched down on the mat, and just let your thoughts arrive in the body. Notice how the face feels, the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the legs, even the feet. And as you scan the body, start to notice how the breath is moving inside you. It's been said, all we need to know about where we are can be observed in the breath. So observe the quality of the breath, how it feels, how it's moving. Without judgment, observe how you are breathing right now. And then begin to deepen this breath. If you haven't already, take those longer, expansive inhales. Very slow, easy exhales. Two more deep breaths like that, just to help the body relax. To give into that feeling of release. And starting to bring body and breath together. On your next breath in, reach the arms all the way back behind you. Extend the legs all the way forward. Get so stretched out on the ground. Get so long. And then breathing out, bring the right knee in towards you. Interlace the fingers around that shin. Move the knee a bit from side to side. Snuggling shoulder blades together, tucking the chin slightly. See how the right hip, the right thigh feels. And then all the way back, extend the leg forward. And then exhaling, bringing that left knee in, interlace the fingers, squeezing thigh towards belly. Sorry if the video paused. And then just starting to flow with the breath. So as you inhale, reach the arms back, extend the leg forward. As you exhale, bring the right knee in, squeeze the breath out. As you inhale, send the arms back, the leg forward. Exhaling, left knee comes in, squeeze the breath out. Start to work from side to side, inhaling to reach back. Exhaling to bring knee in, hands hold shin. Just flowing from leg to leg. Inhale long, exhale as knee comes in, almost like you're swimming on the back. And let this warm you up for 3. Breathing in as you stretch, exhaling into knee comes in for 2. Take your time to get to both sides so you feel nice and balanced. Working into shoulders, working into hips. Last one. And then once you've worked both sides equally, bring both knees up and in towards you. Wrap the arms around the legs. Find that gentle rock from side to side. Just feeling the back body, feeling the breath again. How has it already changed? And then breathing in, reach the right arm towards the back of the mat, or whichever arm feels nice, and then roll towards that side of the body. Taking a moment just to land on side body, notice quality of breath again, and that little note of gratitude towards self for the decision to come to the mat, which isn't always an easy choice. And just carrying that note of gratitude with you, pressing into the palm, begin to slowly rise up, and we'll come right into our tabletop position. So placing the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. If you want to add a blanket underneath the knees, now might be a nice time. Placing the palms down, placing the thumbs down. And once you have your table set, inhale, flare the belly open, lift the face into your cow pose. Exhale, nice and long for cat, pressing into knuckles. 2 more, slow and languid. Inhale, open up and the elbows a bit. Exhale, arch the spine a lot, pressing into pads of fingers. 1 more time, breathing in, filling up. Breathing out, empty out. On the next inhale, come to a neutral spine, curl the toes under just to help with balance here. And then breathing in, reach the right arm forward and the left leg back. And as you exhale, bring elbow and knee in towards each other, breathing all the way out. 2 more. Use your inhale to extend, reach out. Exhale to retract and pull in. Again, inhaling to float out. Exhale, elbow and knee maybe cross each other. This time, floating arm and leg out, take a breath in, and then gently place hand and knee back down where they came from. Shift the bum back towards the heels, elbows drop, lift the hands up, roll out the wrists. Give them that nice work in all directions, working fingers, knuckles, those sliding joints. And then pressing palms down, drifting back up into tabletop position. See how it feels to curl toes under. Inhale, send that left arm forward, right leg back. Exhale, elbow and knee come in towards each other. 2 more. Inhale, extend out like you're moving through water. And then exhale, draw in, chin towards chest. Last one, breathing in, extend. Breathing out, round in. Next inhale, send the hand and leg out, get as long as you can, and then breathing out, placing hand and knee back down. This time sending hips towards heels, bending elbows, maybe hands come towards shoulders, getting a bit of a tricep stretch in, or just coming back to rolling out the wrists, prepping them here. Choose what feels good. So the elbows are bent, reaching palms forward, coming back into your tabletop position, curling toes under, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out feet, work into the legs, give yourself a sighing breath, especially if it's been a day and you need to sigh it out. Helping with that extra little bit of release for 3. If you're swaying the hips a bit from side to side for 2, just work into the joints. You're welcome to relax in the down dog and then inhaling, slowly come towards plank position if you'd like. And then exhale, hips high and back, downward facing. 2 more if it feels good. Inhale slowly towards plank. And exhale, hips high and back. Last one, breathing in, transition forward. And breathing out, float hips high and back. And with a pretty good bend in the knees. See if you can push the pelvis back even further. And then very slowly start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Arrive in a forward fold at the back of the mat. Arms nice and drapey. Head nice and drapey. Just letting the breath sigh out of you once again. And pressing into the toes very slowly. Start to sit into a chair pose. Sending the bum back, reaching the arms forward, pressing down into the feet. So starting to find a bit of flow here, just like we did on the floor. Bending the right knee. As you inhale, start to pick the left knee up and in towards the chest and the arms up into the air. And then exhaling, bend the right knee. Step the left foot down at the last possible moment. As you inhale, with the right knee up and in towards the air, arms up as well. And then exhale, bending the left knee, coming down. Work this flow from side to side, giving the legs a little bit more attention, a little bit more chance to warm up, challenging the balance. So if you were pre-gaming, you're probably finding this a little bit interesting right now. So go with it for 3. Eyes on one spot for 2. So the same as when we were on the floor. Take your time to get to both sides, finding this flow. And the next time the feet are on the floor, sitting back into your chair pose for 3. Deep breaths for 2. 1, fold forward, hands touch down. Beginning to walk the hands back into your downward facing dog, pressing through the shins, pressing back through the heels. On your next inhale, come into your plank position. Take a full breath in plank. Using knees if you need them, come all the way down onto the front of the body, taking your time. Once down, set the fingertips wide onto the floor, elbows to ceiling. Inhale, lift the chest up for a wide arm cobra. Exhale, glide the belly to the ground. Another 2, inhale, lift up to where it feels good. You can always have palm spot if you need. Exhale, relax it down. Last 1, breathing in, breathing out, working into back muscles. Cactus the arms here, and then as you inhale, lift the arms, lift the legs, squeeze the back muscles. Exhale, relax back down. Another 2, inhale, lift up, retract the shoulder blades to touch each other. Exhale, release. This one will hold. Inhale, come up, feel back muscles work. Breathe for 3, tuck the chin. Deep breaths for 2. 1, exhale, soften to the ground. Take another sighing breath here. Letting go takes time. Pressing the palms into the ground. When you're ready, visit child's pose. Make it cozy. So whether that's knees together or apart, arms forward or back, take a full round of breath in your child's pose. And then pressing into the palms, begin to drift back into your tabletop position. Curling the toes under, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So again, if you need stillness more than movement, acknowledge that and stay. Or visiting a vinyasa, inhale slowly towards plank. Exhale for a slow chaturanga, knees down if it suits you. Inhale through up dog or cobra, whichever you prefer. Coming through the knees or floating the hips back, downward facing dog. Play with the breath here. Let it fill you up. Let it empty out. Another long breath. Working from our down dog. On the next inhale, lift the right leg up into the air. Press back through the foot. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose, arch the shoulders. Inhale, send that leg high and back again. And then breathing out, step the right foot forward to the top of the mat. Help it forward if it got stuck. Left knee is a bit of a bend. Inhale, reaching the arms up into the air, finding a lunge, eyes on one spot. Staying with that constant movement that we've been doing. Inhale to almost straighten the legs. Exhale to bend the elbows, bend the knees. Doing that 2 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. Last 1, breathe in, breathe out. So you might stay as is or lift the elbows up, backs of hands to floor, shoulder blades draw together, puffing the heart for 3. Deep breaths, 2. 1, inhale, send the hands up. See how slowly you can bring the hands to the top of the mat. Sobriety test, can you do it slowly? Yes, you can. Once the hands are down, wiggle the left foot back. Inhale, send that right arm up into the air. Left palm stays, find your twist, maybe look up. Breathing out, right hand inside the right foot, left heel down, crawl back to a wide-legged forward fold. Bend the left knee to whatever depth you enjoy. It might be at 90 degrees, it might be bum to heel for Skandasana, a little bend in the right knee. Go where you feel safe. And then launching off the left foot, crawling towards the top of the mat, turn to face the top of the mat as you inhale, step back into your plank position, working through the vinyasa, or maybe you're lifting into a down dog. Adapt the flow as you need. If you need to take a break to grab a sip of something, that's cool too. Take another breath for 3, 2, 1, as you inhale, lift that left leg up into the air. As you exhale, bring the knee in towards the face, keeping hips high. As you inhale, send that leg high and back again. Using low belly, hip flexor, gently step the left foot to the top of the mat. Shin is stacked over ankle. Inhale, rising up into your high lunge, taking your time to fix the eyes on one spot for balance. Right knee is a bend. Inhale, begin to almost straighten both legs. Exhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees. 2 more. Inhale, down. Again, breathing in, breathing out. So you might stay as is or play with the heart opener. Shoulder blades together, elbows up, backs of hands to floor, feet pull towards each other. Give it a lot of breath. Use the inhale, send the hands up. See how slowly they can come down towards the floor. Like you're reluctant to leave this shape. And then placing the hands down, right palm stays. Maybe wiggle the right foot back. Inhale, send the left arm up into the air, opening and twisting. Breathing out, left hand inside the left foot, right heel down, crawl back, wide-legged shape. Making sure feet match each other, heels in line. Bend the right knee. This might be enough. You might Skandasana, taking a little brief moment here, bending left knee if you are in Skandasana. Let that right leg help you push off the ground, crawl all the way towards the top of the mat, pivot. Placing the hands down, inhale, step back, plank. This time, either holding plank position or using the forearm if you need, roll to the outer edge of the left foot, arch of the right foot, send the right arm up into the air. See how your side plank feels today. Maybe you're reaching that right hand towards the top of the mat, feeling the stretch, lifting the hip, generous breath. And that same slow swimming-like movement, bring the right hand down, roll to outer edge of right foot, arch of left foot, send that left arm up into the air, lifting the hip, maybe reaching that left hand towards the top of the mat. Maybe you're looking somewhere new to challenge the balance, but if you've been drinking, maybe don't, maybe look down. And then breathing out, bringing that left hand down towards the mat. Take a breath in plank. Do you need the flow or do you need the down dog? Using this time to listen to the body. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Breathe a lot for 3. Eyes on one spot. 2. 1, looking to the top of the mat, step, walk, or hop in that direction. Use your inhale, lift the spine halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, soft bend in the knees. On the inhale, reach the arms all the way up above you. Interlace the fingers above you, Venus Mudra. Release the index finger, relax the shoulders. Take an inhale, feet squeeze the floor. Exhale over towards the right for a side bend. Inhale, slowly lift back from core strength. Exhale over towards the left. Inhale back up a few more times each side, staying strong in center, strong in core as you work from side to side for 3. Deep breaths for 2. Once you've flown from side to side, taking the arms down beside you, relax them, making sure that you are able to come towards a moment of stillness. So maybe the arms are just resting. If you find it helpful to place hand on heart, hand on belly, or any other shape, close the eyes and come back to that gentle discipline of kind self-observation. Notice breath, notice body, notice mind, notice with kindness. Just continue observing with kindness how you feel as we move through Sun Salutation A. When you're ready, on an inhale, send the arms reaching up above you. On an exhale, dive through the hips, soft bend in the knees. On the inhale, let the spine halfway flat back. Exhaling, placing hands down, stepping back, strong plank, knees down if it suits, chaturanga, slow and steady. Inhale through either cobra or up dog, strong thighs and core. Exhale, coming through the knees or swaying the hips back, downward facing dog. Observe breath, observe self for 3. Continue sighing out if it's helpful. 2. 1, looking towards the top of the mat, step, walk, or hop in that direction. Inhale, lifting spine halfway, puffing the heart. Exhale, full gentle bend in the legs. Root down to rise up. Inhale, arms reach up as feet press down. Exhaling, hands towards the heart. Second time, inhale, reach above. Exhale, dive slowly with control. Inhale, lift the spine halfway, squeeze feet to floor. Exhaling, hands meet the mat, stepping or floating back, chaturanga, slow to build internal strength. Inhale through cobra or up dog, strong in center. Exhale, lift high, float back, downward facing dog. Breathing as you experience the down dog for 3. Deep breaths, 2. 1, looking towards the top of the mat, step, walk, or float in that direction. Inhale, lift the spine halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, soft bend in the knees. This time, sit right into your chair pose. Feel that nice, familiar grounding in the legs. Working towards another balance, place the left hand on the kneecap. So left hand on left kneecap. Right foot is pressing down. As you inhale, begin to rise up. Take the left knee with you, coming all the way up towards stand. You might stay with the knee out in front of you or start to guide it off to the left as the arm comes towards the right, finding that little bit of a balance. You might look off to the right hand. You might keep the eyes out in front of you. Option to lift the left hand off of the knee so you're just using leg strength to hold that left leg in the air. So start to bring that left knee back towards center, send the arms up into the air. Either stay with the knee bent or for a moment, extend the left leg straight forward, pressing through the heel. And then as you exhale, either knee bent or leg straight, swing the foot back, miss the floor, step back into a high lunge. Don't think, just move. Yay, you did it. I'm assuming, but I have faith in you. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the top of the mat. Inhale, step back into your plank position, working the vinyasa if you like, working the down dog if that makes more sense. Choose where you'd like to go with it for 3, 2, 1. Looking to the top of the mat, step, walk, or hop in that direction. Inhale, lift the spine halfway flat back. Exhale, fold, soft bend in the knees. So use chair pose to really ground you down. Inhale, sitting down into your chair. Pressing down into the left foot quite a bit. Take the right hand onto the right kneecap. Root down to rise up is really helpful here. The more you press down and sit low into the left foot, the easier it will be to pull the right knee up and in towards the belly. So you're welcome to stay working the balance here. Left arm up into the air. We're starting to guide the right knee off to the right side. Left arm off to the left. You might stay holding onto the knee, or maybe you lift the right hand up so it's just your right glute squeezing, helping to open the hip, helping to hold the leg in the air. Choose your level of exertion. And then starting to bring that knee back in towards center, send the arms up into the air. So options here, you might stay with the knee bent, or extend the leg forward for a breath. No matter where you are, swinging that leg back, miss the floor, bend the left knee, step back into your lunge, the floor is there. Settle in, breathing in first, exhaling hands down to the ground. Yay! Inhale, step back, plank position, working the flow or lifting hips up and back, down dog. What do you need? We'll meet in down dog in 3, 2. So from your down dog, relax into a child's pose. Soften down, hips back, hands can be under forehead. Go where it feels nice. Maybe you're wiggling the hips a bit from side to side. Getting that extra bit of motion in the pelvis and the inner thighs. And when an inhale is there, just starting to lift the torso up and away from the floor. Bring the legs out in front of you and extend the feet straight out in front of you, legs straight out in front of you. You might even spiral the inner thighs down a little bit. Pressing the hands down beside you, setting up in a staff pose, Dandasana. So you might stay as is, flexing the feet, a little bit of a bend in the knees, or coming towards a forward fold. Inhaling to send the arms up into the air. Option to hinge from the hips as you come forward, or just let the torso round forward. Both are good. Both will give you different benefits. Do you need softer, or do you need something that provides more sensation in the back of the legs? Choose and breathe into your choice for 3. Start to relax through the muscles and the face and the jaw for 2. Feel the shoulders drop. When the timing is right, begin that slow lift of the torso up. Take the hands behind you, place the feet nice and wide on the ground. Let the knees have a chance to wave from side to side. Work a little bit of hip rotation. Nice movement for the pelvis. Feels so good. And then bringing the knees back towards center, feet on the floor, grabbing your block and or stack of books. I'm using books because the yoga blocks are holding up that camera. You gotta make do with what you got. So, hips on the floor, reaching the arms forward, feet on the floor, starting to roll down onto the back. Once the head is down, reaching for your yoga prop, makeshift or otherwise, feet on the floor, lift the hips up and slide your yoga block underneath of the sacrum. So that broad bone just above the tailbone. Making sure that it doesn't feel like it's digging into the low back. If it is, move it closer to the tailbone until the back of the pelvis is resting on the books. So you have that nice feeling of support for the hips. No compression in the low spine. Just being able to let your entire weight of the torso relax into this. Arms alongside you. Depending on how you want to experience this, feet might stay on the floor, or you can even slide the feet out in front of you. If the block is higher up, it'll probably feel really intense, so I recommend a lower height for the block if you decide to send the legs forward. Getting a really open stretch for the front of the hips. But if this is too much, just keep the feet on the floor. Make sure to find something that is less about sensation and more about relaxation, more about finding a position that helps you release and dial down. Just closing the eyes, making sure the shoulders are out of the neck, and take 3 sighing breaths to aid in letting go and softening down. Letting the breath just fall out of the mouth. Feeling the muscles start to relax, the weight of the bones, the weight of the body. Coming back to that feeling of gratitude towards self for choosing to be here. A resting shape is where you need to be for now. Then I encourage you to stay in that shape. You might stay in supported bridge for longer. You might lift the hips, remove the block, letting the hips come down. You might send the legs out into Shavasana for a little longer. You might let the knees wave a bit from side to side. But pay attention to what you feel the body asking for and respond to what it's asking for. If you are ready to rise, with the block out from under you, extending the legs forward, reaching the arms back behind you, taking a nice long inhale. Letting the exhale fall out with ease. Sliding the feet onto the ground and rolling towards whichever side you find most natural, most cozy. And just taking the piece of the practice with you as you start to rise towards a comfortable seat, but only when you're ready. So that concludes the yoga portion of our time on the mat. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I wanted to end our happy hour by providing some wine tips for you guys. So the first time we did this, we did a guided tasting. You're welcome, guys. The second time it was about decanting and how to make your wine open up, especially if it's a red wine. And this time, you're most welcome, guys. You're welcome, hummus girl. I want hummus now. This time I wanted to talk about how you can preserve your wine so that you don't have to go out to the LCBO as often or wherever you're getting your alcohol from, so you can make it last longer. And that is getting yourself a wine pump. If you don't have one of these already, these are fantastic. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Cheers. So what this does is you place this in the top of the bottle. I'll just do a little demo here. Once you've opened up your wine, you would place this in the top and your little wine pump goes on top, and then it sucks the air out of the bottle, and then you just keep it wherever you'd like. Usually I recommend putting wine in the fridge, even if it's a red wine. I actually recommend it if it's a red wine. Red wines do tend to taste quite nice if they've been chilled a little bit. You're so welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. That's if you don't finish the bottle. That is very true, Miss Alenag. I did not pronounce that correctly. I apologize. But if you do want to make it last a little bit longer, because I know that it's usually said to like serve red wine at room temperature, but what they really meant was chateau temperature. And chateaus tend to be anywhere from 15 to 17 degrees Celsius. They're not super warm. So keeping your wine chilled in the fridge, not only will it change the flavor, usually make it a little bit more crisp, it will preserve your wine for longer. So pump that air out, keep it in the fridge. It's all preference, so you can always keep it out on the counter. It's fine. White wine in the fridge, I recommend. So that's my pro tip. Get yourself a wine pump. You won't have to go to the wine store as often and touch germy things. The wine recommendation I wanted to make was for a organic wine, because if you're drinking, you might as well do it in a way that is sustainable and good for the environment. And I've been a fan of this little bottle of Merlot here. It's Italian, organic, sustainably sourced. The price is right. It's only $10.95. It's not like knock your socks off incredible flavors, but it is lovely. It is sippable. It is medium bodied. Pairs well with quite a few things, cheeses, crackers. I would say a little bit lighter fare, so not too heavy with the meats. And if you're a vegetarian, this will go well with a lot of veggie fare, like hummus, or it can just go really well with Netflix and nothing else. You just pour it and sip it. It stands on its own. So this is ERA Merlot. This one is 2018, organic. because we got to take care of this earth. And if we can still drink and take care of the environment. And also this tends to like make your head not hurt as much in the morning, usually, because they use less preservatives and less additives. So the more you know. Thank you guys. And thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing this time with me. My pleasure. And we will hopefully continue to offer these classes as we move forward. We also have Zoom classes you can check out. Again, I'm Jelena. Cheers, everyone. And sending you guys lots of love. Netflix recommendations with the wine. Oh, Uncorked, I think it was. It's a movie about a sommelier down in the southern states. Really good movie. Great soundtrack. Awesome hip hop if you like that. Have a fantastic weekend, you guys. Take extra good care. Wash your hands and drink organic wine when you can. And yeah, really appreciate you being here. Have a lovely night. Happy hour. Bye, guys.